All right, in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys something very special, which is the $100 business plan. So this is how to get started with an online business for literally less than $100. And there's nothing clickbait about the title. I've done this time and time again. And I've created these businesses that literally start with less than $100, and I've scaled them up to a full-time passive income, sometimes upwards of over $30,000 in a single month. And I know it sounds sensational. Hey, it's YouTube, right? And people tend to over-exaggerate, but I just want to tell you that the title, there's nothing clickbait about it. I'm going to show you guys some earnings, and I'll show you guys proof that you really can start this business with less than $100. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to get started. I'm gonna tell you the price points for everything, what you need to put together to get this off the ground, and then basically what you need to do to take things to the next level. Now, the first thing I wanna say is there are no guarantees here. This is a business. Now, when you start a business, there is a risk, but when you're starting with just $100, I mean, the risk is pretty much minimal. It's pretty much minimized to just your time and energy, and then $100. So the first thing I want to say is I came up with this idea when I was walking in an Amazon bookstore. So if you're lucky enough to have an Amazon actual physical location in your town or your city, they have these bookstores where you can walk around and you can see some of their best sellers. Now, one of the books was the $100 Startup. Now, I haven't read the book, okay? I only saw the cover, but it gave me the idea for this video because for literally the last 7 years, I've been creating multiple businesses that have all started with less than $100. And I know that that's the price point because every single time I create one of these businesses, I tend to spend just $100 or less. And it started back in my college days. And I came up with this idea, and I basically discovered this business model, which I did not come up with, but I just discovered at the time. And then since then, I've been taking it and I've been doing it my own sort of way, which is basically bootstrapping in the beginning. Because I started this when I was just a student in college. I did not have any resources. I did not have a bunch of capital. I didn't have any money, but I was looking for ways to actually make money online and in totally legit ways. You know, I was not interested in doing any sort of MLM, network marketing, you know, anything that was like scammy or just black hat, right? I wanted something that was legit, that was real, that was verified, and something that could really give me a model for financial freedom. Like I wanted something that was infinitely scalable because with the internet, you know, you can scale things up. If you can sell one thing, you can sell 10 things. If you can sell 10 things, you can sell 100 things. And it's all thanks to, you know, the beauty of the internet. So with the internet, what's cool is you have infinite scalability. So when we talk about selling products online and we talk about making money online, I mean, if you can make $1, then you could probably make $10 or $100 or $1,000. Basically, I saw that book on the $100 Startup and it reminded me of all my businesses that I've created that have all started for less than $100. So I'm gonna share with you exactly what's needed to do that. But first, I'm gonna give you just a disclaimer because I've made videos like this before and you know, I'm just so thankful that me sharing this business model has affected millions of people just based on the views and based on the engagement and the comments. So I'm excited to kind of update those videos with this video today and kind of hopefully take things to the next level. Share something with you guys today, hopefully give back. And if you guys enjoy it, then hopefully you can hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. But basically, let me just get into the actual business model itself. So the business is called affiliate marketing. And what's cool about this business model is you don't need any of your own products. You don't need inventory. You don't need shipping or distribution like with Amazon FBA or drop shipping. And also you don't have to deal with any clients. So unlike social media marketing where you know you run an agency and you have all these clients and you have to keep them happy and you have to get results for them, we don't have any clients. We don't have to get on any calls. We don't have to deal with customer service. And this is what's really cool because it's actually not our own product. We're gonna be selling other companies' products. Now, you may ask, what kind of products are these and what kind of companies are we talking about? Now, if you've heard of Google, if you've heard of Amazon, if you've heard of Apple, okay, these are the kind of companies we're talking about. And now that's just three of the biggest ones in the world. But basically, you can sell virtually anything. okay? Now I know that that just kind of opens everything up to so many possibilities, and that's what's kind of overwhelming about this business model, okay? Is that you can't sell anything. I'm looking around my room, I'm filming this on a Sony camera with a Sony lens. It's got a Rode microphone on top. I have a ring light in front of it. I have a tripod from Amazon Basics. Okay, you can sell any of those products that I literally just named, okay? And the cool thing is that you don't have to create the product, okay? Because obviously I'm not gonna go out and make a camera like the Sony camera that I'm filming on right now. There's no way I'm gonna be able to make a camera, or I'm gonna be able to make a monitor, or I'm gonna be able to make a guitar, okay? And on the flip side, I'm not gonna sell them myself, because if I want to do something like that, I would have to probably buy them wholesale at bulk, and then I'd have to sell them, and the profit margin would just be so small. Because if I were to buy a Sony camera and then sell it, right, as a retailer, and I would mark it up, I don't know, 10%, 20% or whatever I get from the wholesale price, I mean, I wouldn't be making a lot of money, and it's a lot of effort for just, you know, not really that much juice, right? The juice is not worth the squeeze. So the business model is called affiliate marketing. And if you've been subscribed to my channel, then this would not be new to you. You've already, you know, heard of it, and you know that affiliate marketing is just referrals. And it's referring products and services that you already use and that you already love. And for me, affiliate marketing is just the best business model because, again, no customer service, no inventory, no clients, no headaches, no hassle, all right? So let me share with you how I got started with affiliate marketing and how you can get started as well. And again, for all less than $100. When I was in college, I discovered affiliate marketing, right? And I discovered it through the Amazon Associates affiliate program, which lets you promote and sell any product that's on Amazon. You can literally search up any product, and then you can get a link for that product and then post that to your platform, whether it's a website, whether it's a YouTube channel. If someone clicks your link and then they purchase something, you get commission, all right? So the commission ranges, and for, this is not just Amazon Associates, but for affiliate marketing in general, it can be as low as 1% of the product's cost to as high as like 40%. And sometimes I've even seen 100%, but that basically is for software, and it means like their first month subscription, you get all of that. But then after that, obviously the company is gonna be able to make their money back, and that's how this whole thing works. And that's how affiliate marketing is such a lucrative win-win business model, because so companies are getting a guaranteed sale because they clicked your link, they purchased something, and then you get commission. So they can afford to pay you because they make money every time someone buys a product, but they're actually getting a guaranteed sale. Now think about this, companies have to advertise. They have to go on TV, they have to do billboards, they have to you know, do these huge campaigns, commercials, and those cost real money, like millions of dollars, right? So on the flip side, you're bringing them a verified customer who has actually bought something. They are more than willing to pay you a percentage of that because they would have spent that on TV ads or something else that's really expensive but not as guaranteed, right? Because let's be honest, in this digital age, who even has cable these days? I know I don't, and I haven't had cable for years. I've been using Netflix, Sling TV. I've cut the cable and cut the cord a long time ago because, you know, who wants to pay for cable, especially if you're a millennial? And, you know, cable can cost upwards of $100 per month when you can get Sling TV for like $29, $25 a month and then get all the channels that you really watch. All right, so now that we are all caught up on what the business model is, and don't worry, I'll explain more for people who have questions, which is natural. But the first thing I want to say is, and share with you, is my results with this business model. So I actually post up-to-date earnings in my free Facebook group. It's called Affiliate Marketing with ODI Productions. There'll be a link in the description below, and you can also search it up on Facebook. But basically, I always share up-to-date earnings, you know, week to week. I always share, you know, some affiliate payments that I get from some of these companies, and I've shared it time and time again. So for anyone who wants, you know, proof and they want to see hard earnings, there's no better way to see more updated things than in my free Facebook group, just because those are super up-to-date. But I'm going to include some screenshots on the screen right here, just so that you can get an idea of the kind of money that I've been able to generate from these $100 businesses. All right, and there's nothing clickbait. Again, I said there's nothing clickbait about this title, and there isn't. Okay, I've had various results. Let me share some of them with you right now. So with my first affiliate marketing business, I started with less than $100, okay? And I was able to scale that up to over $3,000 a month, all through just Amazon Associates, okay? So I was able to make a full-time passive income. And again, passive income, I forgot to mention. The reason I love this business model is because when you don't have the products and you are not the person who's handling the inventory and the customer service, you actually are totally hands-off. You just have to do your job, right? Get the sales and then get commission. And that's it. It's simple, it's streamlined. And it's just the business model that for me, it gave me the most freedom, time freedom, location freedom that I use today. I just got back from a 2.5 week vacation. I don't know if you guys can tell by, I'm pretty tan right now, but basically I just love the freedom that this business model gives me, and I hope that it can provide freedom for some of you in the future as well. Okay, so that first time I ever did this business model, I was actually able to scale it up from zero to over $3,000 a month profit. And that was within a 2-year span. I think it took 2 years and 1 month to go from the first month I ever earned any money with Amazon Associates to earning over $3,000 a month and just from Amazon Associates. So that was my first time I ever did this. Now the second affiliate business that I created, I took it to a different niche and a different industry, but it was exactly the same framework. It was the same game plan, the same $100 startup cost, exactly the same everything. But I was actually able to scale this one up from zero to over $30,000 a month, and all within 1 year. Now, I was able to do this because I had years of experience from my first affiliate business, not to mention I was able to just take it to a much more profitable, much more lucrative niche. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk about niches and products in a minute, but basically, once you have the game plan, the process, if you take it to a more lucrative niche, you're gonna 10x your results pretty much overnight. Now, I don't mean overnight like 24 hours. I just mean that when you do your second or your third business, you're basically gonna see 10 times the results, because let's say a company starts paying you 10 times more per sale than the first time around. Now, here's the thing. It basically takes the same amount of effort to do this business no matter what niche you're gonna do. So it kind of helps to just choose a niche that pays 10 times more from the beginning. And I did not do that. I did things the hard way because I have a background as a music producer and as an artist, and I was more concerned in the beginning with just doing something that had to do with my passion, right? I was a college student, and I was a college student who was looking to make money, but at the same time, I wanted to do something fun. I didn't want to do something that, kind of made me hate my, my job or my work. And so for me, music production, as you guys can see with the studio in the background, that was my first niche I went into, which I then realized later was not the most profitable, but hey, it was profitable enough to make a full-time passive income as a college student. So, so it's really hard for me to complain when, you're making a full-time passive income as a college student doing something you love, all right? And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. So those are some of my results on the positive end. Now let me share with you one failure that I had. So I actually created another affiliate business. Now this was before the one that made $30,000 a month, over $1,000 a day. And I created this one that was in a different niche. It was the same sort of style as my first affiliate business. And the problem with this one is I created it, I set it up, and I even started to get some engagement. I got some people to, start signing up and engaging with my brand. But the problem is I just didn't really push it that hard. And thus this business actually got $0. So I've made anywhere from over $3,000 a month with the first business to over $30,000 a month my second go around. But then there was also another affiliate business that I created that actually generated $0. I definitely put a little bit of time into it. I didn't really try that hard, but I set everything up the same way. It just didn't get results. I just wasn't as passionate about that as I was with the other businesses. So now let me get into actually showing you guys what you need and what it looks like to create an affiliate business and what you need to get started. All right, so let me share with you the 5 things that you're going to need to get this business started and off the ground. So the first thing that you're gonna need is a platform, and my favorite platform by far is having your own website. Now, I've gotten people ask before, do I need to have a website, and what's the best website maker to use? So the first question, do you need a website? The answer is no, not technically. To start this business, you could get started for free with a YouTube channel. That's another platform that's also very powerful, that has the ability to basically get you started and actually get you results. Now, obviously there's platforms like Instagram, which, you know, that's a possibility, but that's just not what I think is favorable. When I think about the best platforms hands down, I think about a website, your own custom website, okay? Not some sort of free blog, but like an actual website. And then two, a YouTube channel is amazingly powerful, and you can actually just even do the YouTube channel if that's your thing. For some of us, if you don't really like making videos, if you don't really want to be on camera, which you don't have to be, by the way, to make videos. You don't have to be on camera to make a video. There's plenty of YouTube channels that have never shown their face that have gotten millions of subscribers. But basically, those are the best platforms in my opinion. And the reason why is because they can rank on Google and YouTube. And when things rank, your content, your videos, and your articles, right, on your website, the thing is, people find you. And this is really important because if you want to sell a certain product, you want the customers who are already researching your product. It seems like common sense, but the problem is people, they don't think about this. They try and sell something to people who are not interested. So they go on Instagram and maybe they even run some ads on Facebook and Instagram trying to sell a product that you know, people are not really searching for. They're not really looking for or interested in, right? Whereas if you actually create a platform and you create content that attracts people, they're searching it up and they find you, you're literally attracting your warmest customer and the customer who's most likely to make a purchase. So those are some platforms. Another free platform is a Facebook group. So you can create a Facebook group, but again, that's pretty low tech in the sense that it's not really trying that hard. That doesn't mean that you can't have amazing results with just a Facebook group, but I am saying that, you know, when it comes down to the platforms, for me, it's a website and YouTube. Okay, so the second question is, what's the best way to make a website? What's the best website maker? This is a question I get all the time, so I'm gonna share with you my actual recommendation. So I have a long history with web development. I started with HTML and CSS, which is basically like coding or programming for the people who are non-technical. It's like what you see when you have a notepad, not physical notepad, but like literally on the computer, you open up like Notepad or Terminal and you see like just basically a bunch of words and syntax. Like I used to do that, okay? That's how I first got started with web development, is HTML, CSS. And I just used Notepad and, you know, I learned the basics, I learned syntax, I learned a lot of really, really useful things. But at the same time, we've advanced so much in terms of technology that you don't have to do the old school way, right? Like basically, there are much easier ways to do the same thing and get the same result as before. So after HTML, CSS, I'm not gonna bore you with my entire history of, you know, working with web development, but basically I eventually found a platform and a CMS, content management system, called WordPress. This is where the game changed. Now, when some people who have heard of WordPress, they think of blogs and they think of those free blogs, you know, dinky little websites, but I'm talking about self-hosted WordPress. So what is this? What am I even talking about, right? Self-hosted WordPress is when you pay for web hosting, right? And web hosting, this is gonna be the cheapest, this is gonna be the most economical, and this is gonna be the most effective way, bar none, to create a website. And I'm telling you from years of experience in web development, doing everything from hard, just coding myself, and then also doing things the easy way with WordPress, and then also using things like Squarespace, Wix, Weebly. You know, I don't recommend any of those things. For beginners, I only recommend WordPress. So WordPress can be made into drag and drop. So just like Squarespace and all those easy to use website builders, WordPress can turn into a website builder if you use the right plugins and themes to make it a lot more easier to use. Because the problem is WordPress at, you know, factory setting really is like a blogging platform, and it may not fit what we're trying to do with our affiliate marketing business, okay? So with WordPress, you get started with a self-hosted WordPress website. This is gonna be the cheapest by far. You can start for as little as $2.95 per month, all right? I'm actually gonna have a link to the #1 recommended WordPress host, and this is by WordPress themselves. You can look it up, do the research. But I personally have used Bluehost a lot just because it's easy, it's simple, they have the best customer service, and it just gets the job done, okay? We don't need to pay for some web hosting that costs $20 to $30 a month just so we can get like a little bit more performance. Basically, $2.95 a month is how low you can start with. And this is exactly how we're able to start a business for so cheap. Because if you think about it, $2.95 a month, that's literally less than a cup of coffee. And you can have a business running online that anyone can access, anyone can look up your website. So when you create this self-hosted WordPress website, basically what happens is you sign up for the web hosting and then you can install WordPress. Now, the cool thing with Bluehost is it already automatically installs WordPress because it realized, well, the company realized that most people who are signing up for this are creating a WordPress website anyways, because 27% of the World Wide Web actually runs on WordPress. There's a chance that some of the websites that you like to visit actually run on the WordPress platform. So what's cool is this platform can run anything from like TechCrunch, which is basically a startup blog that talks about all the latest, and greatest when it comes to startups and Silicon Valley, gadgets, stuff like that. And that website gets millions of visitors every single month, and it's all ran on the WordPress platform. Now, that's just one example. There are tons of little blogs and sort of like personal blogs that people run that are also hosted on WordPress. And again, some of these may, they could get millions of visitors a month, or they can get as little as 10 visitors a month. But what's cool is it's infinitely scalable for whatever you're trying to do. And for affiliate websites specifically, WordPress is my platform of choice just because it's so easy to use. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip right here. So you sign up for the web hosting, all right? And that $2.95 is from my affiliate link below. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but that's the only way you're gonna get access to the $2.95 per month. And that's if you go for the 36-month plan. You can go for the 12-month plan, which will be $4.95 a month, which again is still well below our $100 startup budget, because $5 a month is like $60 over the course of a year anyways. So basically, you can use that if you want. It's the #1 WordPress recommended official web host. So, it's not just me who's recommending this, it's literally WordPress, the platform themselves, but it's also just the cheapest, most economical option. If you were to use something like Squarespace, to get the comparable amount of features that you get with a $2.95 per month plan, you literally have to spend close to $20 a month to get something that's similar. So, I'm trying to save you guys some money. I'm trying to show you guys the way in terms of what, has been the most efficient for me over the years. But again, you don't have to use my link if you don't want to, but if you do want to show some support and give back, then feel free to use my affiliate link in the description below. So now that we have this WordPress website, right? Now, if you sign up for the web hosting, it's gonna install. Now, the thing is, if you want to make your life easier, and who doesn't, right? You're gonna have to get a page builder plugin. Now, there's so many different ones. The one that I particularly like to use is called Elementor, okay? Elementor, right? And so with Elementor, if you install this into your website, it turns WordPress into a drag and drop editor. If you just use the factory WordPress, you cannot just drag and drop and edit, and that's the problem. A lot of people who do use WordPress at first, and they get frustrated and they get overwhelmed because they can't drag and drop, and this is basically called what you see is what you get editor. And to do that, you actually need to get a plugin, but plugins are really easy to add. They're free, and Elementor is the one that I recommend. Some other cool ones are Beaver Builder and OptimizePress, but some of those for the premium plans do cost money. As with Elementor Pro, it does cost a little bit of money, but again, these are things which you can totally just download today for free and then get started. So Elementor is my advice, and now you have a website which you can literally drag and drop edit. All right, so now that we have our website, okay, and you guys can look up other tutorials. Again, I'm trying to keep this video somewhat short. I'm not trying to go on for hours, and I could go on all day about starting websites and businesses like this, but in the scope of this video, I just want to share with you the overall step-by-step, what you need, and just get the gears turning in your head so you can do research after this. And I have tons of other videos where you can learn more. But basically, I'm going to get into the second thing that you need, and that is branding. Now, this is what sets apart good affiliate businesses from weak ones and ones that are unsuccessful and just basically failures. Branding. I've always been big on branding ever since the beginning, but branding is very simple. Branding can be something like using a theme, it could be certain colors, or it can be things like a logo, right? A professional logo. Something as simple as that, which you can literally have made for you for as little as $5. And I've done this time and time and time again. One of the first things I always do when I create a new affiliate business is, one, I create the website and I look for a domain name, a custom URL that's something that's catchy, it's the brand name, and something that is available, right? So I always look up domains, and you can find domains on Bluehost, you can check domains on Bluehost or on something like Namecheap or GoDaddy, and you can go look for your website name, because because your website name is like your brand, right? You wanna make sure it's something that's catchy, that sticks in people's mind, and you ideally wanna get a .com if you can find it. Now, I know a lot of .coms are unavailable, so you might have to get creative, get something like a .co, .net, .org, but basically you wanna have something that really just is a nice brand. Once you have the name of your website, right, you also want to get a logo made. And a logo, again, this is something that you can outsource to someone else. You don't have to be a graphic designer. I'm personally not a graphic designer. What I do is I go hire someone else to do that. So for the economically minded people like myself, I start with Fiverr. Why? Because I've gotten great results from it, and it starts as little as $5 for a logo. Now, you can spruce things up and you could pay $10, $15 maybe to get faster delivery, but the cool thing about Fiverr is that basically you can outsource any job that you don't want to do and have someone else do it for as little as $5. Most of the services on Fiverr, the reason they have the name Fiverr is because the services start at just $5. And you'd be surprised what you can get done for just as little as $5. And again, a professional logo that you can just put onto your website, put onto the top of your home page and your header. Basically, a logo makes all the difference, and that's just the first thing that you can do when it comes to branding. And branding is something that's so important because the way I see it is that if there are all these different sources online, right? There's YouTube channels, there's websites, right? And people are searching things up and they're visiting different websites and channels, what's gonna make you stand out from the competition and stand out from the rest of the pack? It's gonna be branding. So in addition to a logo, another thing that you can have made on Fiverr is a YouTube header or a Facebook group header. So, you know, when we're talking about graphics, I know that most people watching this video are probably not graphic designers. I know that I'm not. So what you can do is you can hire someone else to create a professional looking logo, a professional looking avatar, a professional looking banner on your YouTube channel. So these are all things that really add to the customer experience, and they really help people to see that, you know, your brand stands out from the rest of the different affiliate websites and businesses and personal brands out there, that you are someone who's professional, you're someone that's trustworthy. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to people trusting and, you know, getting opinions online and purchasing from certain different blogs and companies and businesses, it comes down to trust. Do you look like a trustworthy brand? Does it look professional? It all just comes down to the perception that the customers have, and having professional logos, headers, channel art, all of that stuff is extremely important when it comes to your image and it comes down to the customer experience. All right, so the third thing that you're going to need is an affiliate product. But again, I mentioned somewhere in the beginning of this video, there's literally millions of affiliate products out there. And I want you guys to think about not just physical products, but digital products as well. And in fact, some of the most profitable affiliate products and programs are all digital products such as software. So that's what I actually did with that niche and that industry that, you know, my other affiliate business that I created after that first one. So the first one was with music production. As you can see in the background, I was able to go from $0 to $3,000 a month just from reviewing headphones, okay? All I did was review headphones. I started with just a cheap $50 pair of headphones. And once I started to get some commission, and I basically reinvested into my business, and I was able to afford more expensive and more popular pairs of headphones. And then eventually at one point, companies were coming to me and they were offering to send me $300, $400 pairs of headphones for free in exchange for a review, because I created a brand. I created something that was separate from myself with a logo, a website, right? And I even made a YouTube channel, but on that channel, I actually never shared my face a single time, okay? Now, I took this same concept, the same business plan, and I transferred it to a industry and a niche that was way more lucrative. So basically this niche is the online business and just the software niche, all right? Now, software in itself is just kind of a vague, ambiguous term, but basically software, okay, is something that can actually be very lucrative because software has very little overhead for the companies, but at the same time, if someone is spending, let's say, $97 a month to use a certain software and you get 40% of that as your affiliate commission, then this can be extremely lucrative. And this is exactly what I did with my next go around. This business that eventually went on to go from $0 to $1,000 a day, and that's over $30,000 a month consistently. it was all in the software niche. So yeah, that's the key here is software. And there's so much software out there. And I'm sure if you look up, so for example, with Photoshop, right? If any of you use Adobe Photoshop, if you use Lightroom or any of those Adobe software such as Premiere Pro for videos, I personally use Final Cut Pro, but I know a ton of professional videographers, they use Premiere Pro. Adobe has an affiliate program that actually pays you, I think, around 10 to 15% of when someone signs up and purchases their software. So that's an example right there. But basically, we use software every single day. I got my laptop back there and I use a bunch of different apps. I use different tools for my company, for my business. And these companies usually have an affiliate program. For software specifically, they can pay up to 30 to 40% commission of whatever their customer is paying. So if someone signs up for software, and let's just say it's $100 a month. Again, this is like business software. This is something that's like, you know, it's expensive because it's to help people make money. But basically there's tons of software where people are paying $100 a month. If you're getting 30 to 40% per month, that's $30 to $40 every single month. And some of this is recurring. That's the cool thing about software is they have programs that are recurring where as long as your customer or the person you refer stays a customer with the company, you get that recurring residual income every single month they remain a customer. Now you may be wondering, how can software companies afford this? How are they paying 30 or 40% of their product? It's because with software, much like the affiliate business, there is little to no overhead. So when you have a software company, you only have to get the software created one time and it can serve anywhere from 10 people to 100 to 100,000 people. Obviously you have some maintenance costs and server costs that go up, but at the end of the day, when you've made the software, the product is done, right? Other than updates, right? But the core software itself, you don't have to remake it. It's not like a t-shirt. If you make a t-shirt, you have to make a new t-shirt every time you sell one t-shirt. When you make software, when you get a new customer, you don't have to change the software or remake it because it's digital, it's already made, right? It's infinitely scalable and it just replicates very easily, right? It doesn't cost that much. For the difference between one customer and two customers with software is very negligible. All right, so I can go on all day about the different profitable niches and products. And again, there's millions of products out there. So that's why affiliate marketing is cool, because you can do whatever your passion is or whatever you like to do as a hobby, and you can actually turn that into real side income or a side hustle. So that's what I love about this business model. But you know, I can't spend all day talking about the different niches. I've made other videos talking about profitable niches in affiliate marketing, so please check that out if you're interested. It's on my channel. But let's move on to the fourth thing that you're gonna need. All right, so the fourth thing you need to create an affiliate business is content. Now the cool thing about content is free. Now when we're talking about content, I'm talking about either videos or written content on your website, right? Now video, obviously you use YouTube. For written content, you write that and you put that onto your website, your WordPress website. And in today's day and age, you can make content for free. Now, if this were 10 years ago, I'd probably say you might want to get a nice camera. But these days, honestly, smartphones these days have the craziest video quality, shooting 4K video. I mean, I have a 4K camera right in front of me right now, but I'm actually only filming in 1080p, which any smartphone these days can shoot in full HD, which is 1080p. Honestly, get resourceful, just use your camera, get a little tripod for it, maybe it costs $5, $10, and then set that up on your desk. Make sure you get some good lighting like I have right here. Make sure your face is lit up, and then you can make some content, boom. Now, if you don't wanna show your face, then you can focus more on the product, or you can create something like using a PowerPoint. You can basically have images on the screen, and then if you wanna do that, you can use software. I mean, there's tons of software that comes just pre-built into computers these days. You know, one software that I started with was iMovie on my MacBook or on my iMac, and that was completely free at the time. Then I moved on to other software like Camtasia, which does cost something, but for the most part, if you wanted to make a video for free and just using your smartphone today, you easily could do that. Same thing with the written content. Actually, especially with written content, you do not need to spend anything to make written content. You literally just need to put the time and energy into researching your topic and then coming up, you know, with the content, brainstorming an outline, and then just typing out the content, and then you publish it, boom, it's on your website, and that's it. So content is free. The key to content, at least for affiliate websites, is creating review content. That's, in my opinion, what you should be focusing on, is reviewing products, because when someone wants to buy something, they do research. And what they do is they look up reviews, right? And so for me, I'm super huge on reviews. That's how I started my first affiliate business with the headphones. They were all reviews, right? I would do reviews, I would make video reviews, I would make written reviews. But again, I never shared my face in any of this content. I was literally just making the content from a producer standpoint of not having to get in front of the camera and share myself as a personal brand. I focus on the product itself. Now, I've gotten people ask, do you need to have the product in hand to make a review? No, you don't. That's the simple answer. I mean, I was able to make reviews of products that I didn't have in hand. And in fact, some of my first videos, I didn't even have live footage at all. I literally just had pictures on a screen. And that right there is the secret, is that you don't need to have the product in hand. Now, with that being said, your competitors may have the product in hand, right? Now, if they have the product in hand, you're competing with that, obviously you're gonna be at a disadvantage. And at the end of the day, the goal isn't to start the business as lazily or as simply as possible. Obviously, we're starting for less than $100, which is awesome. But at the end of the day, if you wanna make this business work, then it does help to invest. Now, here's the thing. When I started with my first affiliate business, I did not go out and buy $300, $400 pairs of headphones. I couldn't afford it as a broke college student, right? So what I did is I took things that were lying around. I already had a pair of headphones because I was a music producer and I like music. And that pair of headphones only cost $50, okay? So it wasn't even that expensive to begin with. Second of all, I already owned it. It was already sitting on my desk anyways. I just put it to work for me in my business and decided to make some money from it using affiliate marketing. So that's how I got started. And basically, you have to get resourceful. When you're starting out and you don't have the resources, then you just have to get resourceful. You have to get crafty, right? You have to think outside the box. Now, once you do start to have some income, right, or you do have some money to invest into your business, that's when I invest in things that help my business. So, you know, if there's a really popular product and that's something that I want to create content on, I may go out and purchase that product knowing that if I make this review video, I can make my money back and more, because this is a super popular product. It's gonna get a lot of views, it's gonna get sales. So there's a chance that this product is easily gonna make its money back and more and make a profit. So that's the mentality I had through this whole thing. Now, people just lack that mentality when they're doing this business, and that's why so many people fail, is because they want everything for nothing, right? And I just want you guys to know, if you wanna make this work, you wanna make the $3,000 a month, the $30,000 a month, you're gonna have to put something in, right? Not just money-wise, but time and energy. You're gonna have to really invest in this, and that's why I wanna share with you, it's just because it's a simple business model doesn't mean it's easy. And that's why I just wanna disclaim that, you know, I've created affiliate businesses that have gone on to make crazy amounts of money, but I've also made ones that have made $0 and that have totally just, you know, they lost money. So I just want to share with you the full spectrum of what you can expect and what's realistic. And I want you guys just to know that you're going to have to invest one way or another if you want to see success. Now let's get back onto content. So with content, right, you can either do a video or you can do a written article on your website. So I want to share something with you guys real quick. This is called the Perfect Affiliate Marketing Review Template. I made this for my students because I literally have been making video reviews and affiliate reviews for now going on for I think over 7 years. And obviously in the first couple of years, not that profitable, but you know, as time goes on and as you get better and better and better, and you actually create systems and templates for how you do things, you just get better and more efficient, and you're able to raise your conversion rate. So before, when I get people, let's say 100 people clicking my affiliate link, I would get maybe 1 or 2 people buying a product. But these days, I'm able to get 10 people to buy a product if 100 people click my affiliate link. So that just comes from years and years of hard work and experience, and just, you know, realizing through trial and error, like the pitfalls and things that basically are just mistakes that you learn how to improve on over time. So content, completely free. You can start, just get resourceful, use your phone, get a little cheap tripod or just set it up on your desk. And you know, if you don't want to do videos, you can do written articles, but I think video is just so much more effective, and that's just the honest truth. And I think most people would agree with me. That's why you're watching this video on YouTube, right? So, all right, so the fifth and final thing you need to make this affiliate business work is traffic. Now, again, traffic, much like content, can start for free. And content, you know, just to put a little parallel, you can invest into your content as well. I'm not saying just because you can film on your smartphone doesn't mean that you shouldn't use a nice camera, okay? I'm using a nice camera right now. It's a Sony a7R III. The body, like the camera itself without the lens, is like $3,000. The lens itself is literally close to $3,000. It's a G Master lens. You know, I don't really know that much about video. I know enough to know that this is a really, really, really awesome setup, and I love it. When it comes to video, when it comes to photos, I absolutely love the setup I have right here. And on top of that, I have a $300 microphone. Okay, it's a Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. I mean, it's just an insane setup. You don't need that when you're getting started, trust me. And most people are probably not gonna be able to tell much difference between this setup and then, like, let's say an iPhone shot in 4K, especially if it's not a moving video. But I just love this setup because I love film, I love cinematography, I love high quality pictures. And you know, for me, this is a business expense. I invested into my business. Now with traffic, it's the same thing. You can get started for free. And this is called SEO, or search engine optimization, and that doesn't cost anything. When you do search engine optimization, which is basically we're making our content and we're optimizing it so it ranks on Google and YouTube when people search up basically our keywords, right? Now, search engine optimization is free. Now, whether or not you have the skill of doing it effectively, that's up to you, and you know, whether you have the experience or whether you have a guide or someone to teach you. But for me, I just spent years through experimentation, trial and error to figure out SEO and able to rank things on the first page of Google. I had headphone reviews that were ranking right next to Best Buy, actually on top of Best Buy, literally for headphones. And it's crazy that one broke college student, you know, in his little apartment could be outranking Best Buy on Google for certain keywords, certain terms, certain products. So, you know, this just shows you the power that the internet has. It gives people leverage, just normal everyday people like me. It gives you leverage to do things that really are kind of extraordinary if you think about it. So, traffic, okay? You can either pay for it or you can get it for free. Now, when you don't pay for traffic, that's where things are tricky in the beginning, because think about it. If you don't have any sort of audience, right, and you don't have people who are like waiting on your next blog post or your next video, how do you expect to get traffic? The first way is through search engine optimization, which again, I could go about search engine optimization for literally hours. This video is already running a little long, but basically you can look into that, do a little more research, but that's how they get traffic for free. And you get traffic who are people who are looking up your keywords and your product, which is the warmest customer. The next thing, okay, aside from SEO, is paid traffic. Think about this. If you don't have an audience, you don't have people who are, you know, actively visiting your website today, right? You have no followers, you have nobody who is sort of subscribed to your email list and they're waiting on your next piece of content, you're gonna have to basically just pay for it. Because when you pay for traffic, you guarantee that people are gonna be visiting your website, watching your videos, visiting your channel, right? Basically, when you pay for traffic, it's guaranteed eyeballs. Now, that doesn't mean guaranteed sales, and that's why business is a risk at the end of the day, because just because you spend, let's say, $5 on ads, doesn't mean you're gonna make $5 in commissions, right? It just doesn't work like that. There's no guarantees here. You're taking a risk. But if you do things well and you have the skills and you build up the skills and you just learn these things through trial and error experimentation, or if you have a mentor or a guide to teach you, show you the pitfalls, how not to waste money. It's easy to throw money out the window when you're doing Facebook and Instagram ads at first, especially if you don't set a few just simple little tweaks and a few simple little guidelines. If you're not following those things, you can easily just lose your money if you don't set up your targeting, for example. Like if you're just showing ads for, let's say, a bodybuilding supplement, right? And you're showing those ads to, let's say, 80-year-old grandmas. I'm not saying grandmas aren't bodybuilders, but you might want to send that ad to young 20 to 30-year-old males. That may be a more profitable demographic, right? That's just an example. So basically with traffic, you can either get free traffic or you can pay for traffic and get guaranteed views. Now for me, I think it's important that you have both. Now SEO is free to do because think about it, when you make a video, it's free, right? When you post on YouTube, you don't have to pay any money, right? So SEO, getting your content to rank, it just requires the skill of SEO, of optimizing that video so that it does rank on Google and YouTube. Now, on the flip side, paid traffic also requires skills, because if you don't have the skills, you can easily be spending money and losing money because you're getting clicks or you're getting views, but you're not getting any sales. So, you know, the magic here is finding a formula where you're spending $1 on ads and then you're making $1.50, okay? You're making back 50% profit, right? If you can get a formula, right, where you're spending and you're making more than you spend, then that right there is how you have a business that you can scale up and you can grow and you can reinvest in, and that, you know, basically you have a real profitable business. Now, you know, most businesses fail. Let's be honest, I'm being realistic with you guys. But again, if you're starting with such a bootstrap mentality where we're starting for less than $100, and for ads, if you want to start with a budget, again, you can start for free. You can get traffic for free. There's people who've created YouTube channels with millions of subscribers and views who have spent $0 on ads, okay? That's possible. It's not super likely and it's not super easy. Obviously, anything worth doing is not gonna be easy, but basically it's possible. Now, realistically, if you wanna speed up the process and you wanna guarantee you get views, guarantee you get eyeballs, guarantee you get clicks, then you're gonna have to pay for traffic. But you can start for as little as $5 a day. I always recommend my students to spend $5 a day as their ad budget, because you guarantee that you're gonna get views and you're gonna get people visiting and clicking every single day. Now, obviously the sales are not guaranteed. The interest is not guaranteed. You may be throwing your money away, but hey, at least you're learning, you're collecting data. So those are the 5 things to get started. And again, I could go all day. I literally, you know, I have dozens of hours of content for my students, and it's because when we're talking about this business, I mean, I could go all day about things like the content, getting traffic, SEO, paid traffic, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, YouTube ads. I mean, web development, right? Conversion rate optimization, landing pages, email marketing. I could go all day about any one of these topics, but I want to encapsulate in this video just enough to get you on the right foot and to see the big picture, to see sort of like from start to finish what you need to get started. And again, all this stuff is less than $100. The web hosting, it can cost $3 to $5 a month. On top of that, you know, you can get a logo done for like $5 to $10. And then aside from that, you can spend $5 a day on ads, or you can invest that money into, you know, other things. You can invest it into some graphic design or any other outsourced job on Fiverr. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's less than $100, and we have a website. We have a platform, we have content, right? We have an affiliate product, we have an opportunity to make commissions. So at the end of the day, you only need $100 to start this business. I also want to encourage you guys to don't be afraid to invest into your business, right? It's kind of like a car. If you want to make a car go faster, you have to modify it. Just because, you know, your car today, it's stock, it's factory, and it's not that fast, doesn't mean that you can't put some money into it in order to make it go faster. And I myself, being a car lover, and maybe I'll do a little bit more of this analogy in my garage, but basically you can modify or you can add or you can boost certain aspects of your business to get results faster. That is the way to do it, because let's say you're not getting any traffic, right? And you're starting from day one. If you want to get results faster, then you start spending money on paid traffic to guarantee that you get views, guarantee that you get clicks, and hopefully get sales, right? So basically, those are the 5 things, and I just want to share a little bit more advice. And then I might do a little vlog at the end of this, and I didn't want to do it at the beginning because I know so many people would complain, but basically maybe I'll go into my garage, we'll talk a little bit about cards, give you guys a little update on life and everything like that. But if you guys enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. I appreciate it so much. If you want to see more content just like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. We just hit 200,000 subscribers, so I do have a huge giveaway coming soon. And make sure you hit the notification bell, or else you're not really subscribed. So I hope you guys enjoyed sort of that blueprint. Again, I could literally go on for days, and literally in my programs, I have days worth of content just talking about how to start an online business and a successful affiliate marketing business. But I hope you guys were able to get some value from this somewhat short, relatively short YouTube video today. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment below. Let me know. I love responding to as many comments as I can, especially after a video gets uploaded, so make sure you join notification squad. So let's hop into my garage. I'm gonna do a little bit of a vlog and also just talk about a little more analogy when it comes to affiliate business, update you guys on life, update you guys on the 200,000 subscriber giveaway, and so much more. So come with me. Let's go have a little fun now that we got the content out of the way. And yeah, let's go. All right, guys, welcome to the garage. Just giving a quick update on the whips. I'm looking to make some more car content coming soon. Let me know what you guys want to see, but I really want to start making some more videos on these because I have not made any car content pretty much this year. I think I only made like 2 videos. But I just want to give you guys a few updates and also the analogy that I was giving you guys. If you want your business to grow faster, basically you got to modify your car. So ways to make your car go faster are to, let's say, install a tune for your engine. If you have turbos, then a tune is an easy way to get 80 to 100 horsepower. And now obviously, if you want to go really fast, you install a turbo kit, you know, twin turbos, a big single turbo. Got twin turbos on this car right here, Underground Racing Lamborghini. And so basically, you know, that was my sort of analogy is if you want to go fast, then you have to invest into your vehicle, and your business is a vehicle, right? And hopefully it's a vehicle for financial freedom. And this right here, I mean, under the hood, this car has over 100 grand put into the turbo kit, right? 100 grand into the engine to make this car go faster, okay? And you guys can see a little bit of the work right there. But I just want to share with you that if you want to make something go fast, you're gonna have to invest. There's no other way, there's no way around it, right? And just because, you know, you start off slow and you don't have that much money to invest doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest into your business. So that's just a little life advice I want to give you aside from little updates. Again, I want to make some more car content, so let me know what you guys want to see. But the last thing for this video is, you know, if you guys want to learn more, I do have free training on affiliate marketing. I have like a 2-hour free training in the description below. And if you want to learn more about hands-on mentorship, where I actually review your affiliate business, and, you know, again, when I was talking about the dozens of hours of content and teaching, then you can check that out in the description below. I have 2 programs, Affiliate Evolution, which is a do-it-yourself beginner's course, and I also have Passive Income Lifestyle, which is more of the hands-on mentorship. It's just the best program in terms of what I have to offer online. It's the closest thing I have to personal consultation because I don't do any sort of one-on-one consultation or paid calls. The closest that people get are my students who are in Passive Income Lifestyle. And actually, just last week, I had 2 crazy things happen. One of my students, Miguel, who is a college student who just turned 21, actually just got his dream car. It's a 2019 Camaro SS. And it's just insane to me that, you know, he's in my Passive Income Lifestyle program. He joined 7 months ago. And so I was doing a live stream last week, and literally out of nowhere, he just says, I got my dream car. With you, Miguel, all right. Miguel says, I just got my dream car, 2019 Camaro 2 SS. Thanks to you, made it happen with my first website. All right, so this is a crazy moment just because, you know, Miguel, you didn't tell me about this. You surprised me out of the blue with this. That's awesome. And your first website too. A lot of people, you know, their first isn't going to be a home run, but it looks to see that you were able to make it happen. So, dude, congrats, bro. Busy with college. So you did this while you're in school. So you're in college, you got your dream car, you have a business on the side, and you're doing this while you're still in college and you're still in school. I gotta congratulate you again, bro. That is absolutely amazing. And he never emailed me. He never told me before that. I was literally just doing the live stream, just Q&A, just answering questions. And he's like, hey man, I got my dream car. And I'm like, dude, like, okay, can you like give me a little more details? Like send me some pictures. So I'm gonna show some pictures right here that are on the free Facebook group. He actually posted in the free Facebook group and he shared his story a little bit. But basically Miguel, he's, you know, this college student, just turned 21. He's in college still, but you know, in the last 7 months, he was able to build his affiliate business to a point where he's able to afford a 2019 Camaro SS. I know when I was 20 years old and I was 21, I was not driving anything close to the cars that you guys see in the background. So I just want to share with you guys that it helps to invest in yourself. And you know, the key is like you really want to help other people just accelerate their results, accelerate that. So, you know, I just want to share that with you guys. I also have another student, Jonathan, who joined when he was 19 years old. And he just shared a screenshot with me yesterday, which I'll try and maybe put on the screen if I have it. But he just broke over $10,000 with a single affiliate product. So it's just really insane to see, you know, not just my life and my, you know, results, but to see my students' results, which is actually even more mind-blowing to me, because it's like, okay, it's one thing to do it for yourself, but it's another thing to be able to help someone else and to, you know, teach someone else the skills that they need to take things to the next level. So I just want to share that little cool story with you guys. I know that some people who are watching my channel, you're interested in cars. I know I am. That's why you guys see the garage behind me. But you know, I just want to share that little story because it was relevant. You know, Miguel being able to just have a 2019 Camaro SS, and he just joined my program 7 months ago, and that's such a short amount of time, especially when you're young and you know you're only 20, 21 years old. I mean, you know, it's just crazy. I started when I was 19 years old, and it's just crazy to see what's possible today. And so, you know, looking to make more car videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, hit the thumbs up button. It means so much to me, and I hope to catch you guys next time. This camera's getting really heavy, so I'm gonna stop the video right here. Peace.